So if I think about what traditionally the IT organisation has been within a business, IT has traditionally been both a development shop and a run and operations organisation. So one side actually building and developing new business applications and platforms, and the other side responsible for running and then operating those platforms, which has built up some tension over time. Some seen as actually developing code that others then can't maintain and sort of almost handing over a problem to another part of the organisation. We're also seeing now a huge amount of new technologies coming out into the market. So if we think about cloud, if we think about robotics and RPA and automation type technologies, if we think about blockchain, and there are many others that are emerging, actually IT needs to be more than just a development and operations shop waiting to take orders from the business. They actually need to be much more on the front foot in terms of innovation and working with the business, partnering with the business to drive value through technologies. And that's where the term unbounded IT comes in. It's about taking out that traditional boundary of IT and actually reimagining what the IT organisation could be of the future. To unbound the IT organisation, there are three key things to focus on. Firstly, breaking down functional silos. Secondly, looking at automation. And then thirdly, multi-speed IT. So if I take the first one, breaking down functional silos, I talked about having the application teams and then the operations teams feeling like everything's been thrown over the wall. Well, we need to break down that barrier. We need to really make sure that actually the teams are working together and not feeling like it's them against us. Looking at how we actually multi-skill our teams as well. So not just having developers that focus on one particular technology, but actually who can work across a number of different areas, which then enables them to think about a broader business outcome that they're delivering rather than the actual thing that they're working on a day-to-day basis. Secondly, automation. Automation then is all about freeing up some of our staff within the IT organisation from doing some of the more mundane jobs on a day-to-day basis and actually giving them more capacity to add value and think about actually how can they take technology and really deliver something into the business that's going to drive up business value. And then the third part of unbounding IT is all around multi-speed IT. So the IT organisation doesn't need to run in a one-size-fits-all approach. It actually needs to think more about what is the business asking for before it determines actually what's the right delivery model for that. So actually reimagining the IT organisation so that it can deliver changes to both legacy core platforms that perhaps are a little bit more complex, will take a lot more time, and then delivering new products a lot more quickly and digitally back into the business. The best example today of where I see the boundary of the IT organisation and the business really being challenged is around the use of RPA tools for robotic process automation. So the business are trying to leverage tools where they can automate their own processes, do their own systems configuration. They've almost got developers sitting on the business side thinking about how we can leverage these tools to drive further efficiencies in terms of what we do today. IT has then felt a little bit left out. They've traditionally done the systems configuration. What's their role now going forward? So it creates a different tension than we've seen in the past. But IT is still there to develop the platform, provide the platform, maintain the platform, but actually becoming an enabler for the business to leverage the technology rather than just being an order taker, but actually the two things working together in harmony. And that boundary very much is shifting. So it's not a revolution. It's not about actually redefining everything there is to do with IT. This is very much is an evolutionary thing. It's about thinking about how do we change that boundary? What is IT today? What is IT in the future? How do we break down that barrier between IT and the business to be successful and really drive value for the business?